greatest living beings in the world today.
I think she's a beautiful girl.
I think she's a very talented, sensitive human being, and I enjoy watching her on the movie screen.
Few of the people you'll hear from today, and we'll find out what people all over town are talking about in the exciting new game of opinions, Everybody's Talking. And here's one man everybody's talking about, Lloyd Thaxton.
Thank you very much, and welcome to our new show, Everybody's Talking. And we're really excited about today's show because it is our premiere, and it's a unique show. It's not unique because people will talk at the drop of a hat, but it's unique because we've had our cameras out all over town recording on film the opinions of all kind of people just like you. And we're going to show those films on today's show, and if our players in the studio can tell us exactly what everybody's talking about, they can win cash prizes and have a lot of fun doing it. We'd like you to play along with us, too. We're going to find out what everybody's talking about right after this message. All right, I'd like to introduce you to a gentleman that you're going to hear and see a lot of on Everybody's Talking, Wink Martindale.
Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you.
Hey, great. Is that a nice audience?
Thank you.
You know, Wink, I always feel very strange when I introduce you as Wink Martindale, because that name always confuses me. Where'd you get the name Wink?
It is sort of unusual, Lloyd. Actually, it was Winky when I was a kid, and then when I got into television, it was shortened to Wink, and I've had it ever since.
You mean when you were a kid, they called you Winky?
Winky.
Winky
Yes,
Martindale.
Winky. See why I changed it to Wink?
Yeah. Winky, would you introduce our first three players?
All right, Lloydie. First, we have Jerry Perlman, who's a housewife from Los Angeles, Michael Ellis, who's from Culver City, California, and Pat Hudson is a school teacher from South Pasadena.
Thank you. Welcome to our show, Jerry, Mike, and Pat. It's a great pleasure to have you here for a premiere show. Pat Hudson, a school teacher from South Pasadena. What grade do you teach, Pat?
I teach 8th grade.
Do you? I tell you, do you have any trouble with any discipline around school?
Oh, sometimes.
What do you do if someone is bad?
Well, I can keep them after school. That's one thing I can do.
Yeah, but you're so pretty. I would imagine that that'd be leading to delinquency rather than... And Mike, let's see, Mike Ellis, you're from Culver City, California. Mike, are you married?
No, I'm single.
Are you engaged or going with anybody?
No, I'm not engaged or going with anybody. However, I do have 4 girlfriends who I'm going with.
You have 4 that you're going with? Do they know about one another?
No, they don't know about one another.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'll keep it between you and me and our 30 million viewers.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
And Jerry Perlman, a housewife from Los Angeles. How long have you been married, Jerry?
4.5 years.
Do you have any children?
I have 1.5.
How many?
1.5.
What is the half?
Well, the half is due in June.
Oh, it's due soon. All right,
Yes.
maybe we'd better get on with our game then. Let's play Everybody's Talking, and I want to explain the rules to you now. On our screen, we're going to show you the opinions of all kinds of people, and your job is simply to tell me what everybody's talking about. Now, below the screen, there's a score that starts at 100, and it goes to 0, timed right to the exact length of the film. And at any time during the film, if you think you know exactly what everybody's talking about, push the button in front of you. That will stop the film and freeze the score and set the value for that round. And if you have the correct answer, that's the score you'll receive. And the first person to get 100 points or more will win the game. Understand the rules? All right, let's play Everybody's Talking. First, we're going to Santa Monica to find out what everybody talks about at the beach.
I think she's probably one of the greatest living beings in the world today.
I think she's a beautiful girl.
I think she's a very talented, sensitive human being, and I enjoy watching her on the movie screen.
I don't think she has talent. I think she has sex.
I like the magnitude of her physical prowess.
She's got lots that I don't have. I think she looks like she just got out of bed, and she probably has.
I don't think she has any less morals than the average human being.
All right, the film is stopped at 43 points, and that's you, Mike. Who do you say they're talking about?
Well, because he talked about her morals and her bedroom appearance, I'll say Brigitte Bardot.
You say Brigitte Bardot. Okay, Mike, if you are right, you pick up 43 points because that's the value of the round. Jerry and Pat, if you disagree with Mike and come up with a different answer and you are right, well, then you get the 43 points. Let's go back to our film.
I just think hers are publicized more.
I think the European Emmy Cup.
All right, Pat, you disagree that it is Brigitte Bardot. Pat, who do you say it is? You say it's Julie Christie. All right, Pat, if you're right, you get the 43 points. Let's go back to our film. Jerry, hand over button.
The sex image.
I definitely think she's a typical of French girls. I think she is the epitome of what a French girl should be.
Oh, I think she's a very attractive woman. I think she's a beautiful kitten. Really messy hair.
I think she's great.
I think she's a terrible slob.
All right, Mike. It is Brigitte Bardot, and the 43 points are yours. Mike, that was very good. You came in there very soon. What was that again that you said why you thought it was Brigitte Bardot?
Well, in particular because of her bedroom appearance. Her
Of
tassels,
course, these are just the opinions of the people on our screen here. You know that in front. What is your opinion?
Well, I think she's a pretty little kitten. I like her.
All right, let's, how about you, Jerry? Let's get a girl's viewpoint on Brigitte Bardot.
Oh, I think she's wild.
Yeah, you know, I think she's wild, too. All right, Mike, you have 43 points. You could win in this next round because all it takes is 100 or more. And Jerry and Pat, you get in there because you could be up with Mike. Right now, we're going to go all over town and get some old and very young opinions.
People watch him on television.
Well, I think he is, I think it's quite adorable. And if I had to be stranded on a desert island, I would choose someone of his type. He's ruthless and experienced, and he knows what he's doing.
He's a very good man, and he's one of the good guys.
Well, he is not a handsome man, but he isn't bad looking.
He has a big car, and he has a big house, and he has a big...
All right, Mike, you have stopped the film and frozen the score at 61. It means if you have the right answer, you could win with this answer. Who do you say it is?
Well, I'm skeptical, but just because of the car, Batman.
You say it's Batman. All right, Mike, if you are right, the 61 points are yours, and you could win with that answer. Jerry and Pat, you come up with a different answer, and you are right, then he's thrown the 61 points to you. All right, let's go back to our film.
He knows and he has big ears.
Well, he's got a big mouth. A lot of times he says a lot of things that he shouldn't say, but his wife thinks his mouth is just fits right in his face.
He's not very funny.
I think he's doing what we would all do if we were in his position and we got the opportunity to spend the money he's spending. Money that don't belong to you, you don't have to earn, is easy to spend.
I think he's very rich.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he's too free with our money.
He gets all his money from the taxpayers.
All right, Jerry, you disagree that it is Batman. Who do you say it is?
I think it's Uncle Sam.
You think they're talking about Uncle Sam. All right, Jerry, if you're right, you have 61 points. Now, Pat, there's no indication when the film is going to run out, so if you have a different answer, you must get it in before the last sentence on the film. All right? Let's go back to our film to see what they are talking about.
I think he has a lot of plans if he can carry them out.
He rules the United States and he does some good things.
I think President Johnson is doing what we...
The answer was President Johnson. And Uncle Sam, you were very close there. Actually, it was President Johnson. Mike, you were pretty far off with Batman there. And Pat, you had no idea, right? Up until the end. All right, we're going to play another round to find out who will win our game right after this message. All right, welcome back to Everybody's Talking. Jerry and Pat, you don't have any points yet, so get over those buttons and get in there before Mike, because Mike could win on this round. It just takes 100 points or more. All right, right now we're going to the original Brown Derby, in case you've never seen it, and find out what they talk about there.
They're usually located fairly far out, sometimes very inconvenient to get to.
I like them a great deal because of their convenience, and to me, you have more freedom there, really. It's more casual.
Well, I think the best thing about them is they bring people a lot closer together.
Oh, I think it's a great place to go if you have a family.
I think it's a marvelous place for babies. I think the food is really awful, but so necessary.
The hamburgers they serve there and the food is generally good, I think.
All right, Mike, you've stopped the film and frozen the score at 48. You couldn't win on this answer here, but you could add some points. What do you say it is, Mike?
Well, just because of food and hamburgers, I'm going to say a drive-in restaurant.
You're saying a drive-in restaurant?
Yeah.
All right, Mike, if it is a drive-in restaurant, then the 48 points are yours. However, if Jerry and Pat come up with a different answer, and it is correct, then you can pick up the 48 points. All right, let's go back to our film to see what it is.
Well, it's awfully hard to concentrate there with all the munching and crunching that goes on.
All right, Jerry, you disagree that it's a drive-in restaurant. What do you say it is?
The food seems to make me think that they're talking about some kind of a sports event.
Well, what is your answer? What you say is your answer, a sports event?
Like a baseball game.
A baseball game, is that your answer? All right, Jerry, if it is a baseball game, then you will pick up the 48 points. Remember, Pat, you don't know when the film's going to run out. Could run out any second now. And let's go back to it.
Other activities?
All right, Pat, what do you... You interrupted our film right away with a weird expression. 48 points could be yours if you have the correct answer. What do you say it is?
Well, I'll say a drive-in movie.
A drive-in movie. All right, we have a baseball game, a drive-in restaurant, and a drive-in movie. Let's go back to see which one is right, if either of you.
I think it would be an excellent place for romance. Well, if you like to go out in the evening with your pajamas on, I suppose that's a good place to go.
I'd never wear a girdle to a place like that.
I would sleep there only if the entertainment was bad.
I think it's a great place not to watch a movie.
If you didn't like the program, you could always just relax and just relax.
All right, the answer is drive-in movies, and Pat, the 48 points are yours. All right, Mike, you knew it was a drive-in something there, didn't you? But you came up with a drive-in restaurant, and Jerry with a baseball game. Now, Mike has 43, and Pat has 48. Mike or Pat could win in this round, and Jerry, you could be right up with them if you come up with the right answer. And right now, we're going to the USC campus to see what they're talking about there. Get in there, Mike and Pat.
I think she was very loyal to the cause. I think she thought it would help the people very much. I think she did the right thing.
I think it was great. I would have done it too if I had as much conviction as she did.
All right, Jerry, you have stopped the film and frozen the score at 88. Who do you say they're talking about?
I think, just from all the causes and I think they're talking about Carrie Nation.
You think they're talking about Carrie Nation. All right, Jerry, if you are right, the 88 points are yours. However, if Mike and Pat come up with a different answer, and if theirs is right, either one of them could win on this game because the value of the round is now 88, and all they need is 100 or more. All right, let's go back to the campus to see who it is.
Well, I think it's not a matter of right or wrong. I think she must have been a very sick lady.
For myself, I don't think I could find anything important enough to warrant me doing such a thing because I'm too modest a person. I don't think I have the figure for it.
I think the whole thing, I think she must have come from a pretty bad family to begin with. I mean, you know, one of those families that Freud would have written about.
I think it shows that you should be independent and do what you think is right, even if it's an extreme. Sometimes the extremes work, and I think she did a groovy thing.
I really, to me, she was some kind of a nut. I think it was a little way out, for the time especially. Now, if they were to do it, if she were to have done it here in Hollywood, probably no one would have even noticed her, you know. It would just be some kind of nut, you know, going down the street. But the fact that she did it in those times.
All right, Mike, it's 88. And with your score, you could win with this answer. What is your answer?
Okay, because of the Freudian thing and those times, I'm going to say Lady Godiva.
Lady Godiva. All right, Mike, if you are correct, you will win the game. Pat, if you come up with a different answer and you are correct, you could win the game. But once again, I must warn you, you don't know when the film is going to run out. Let's go back to the campus and find out.
That was a way out thing to do then, and I think that it was a little bit too radical.
Well, I think it was very proper. With her husband in such power, he can keep anybody from watching and prosecute, and it was really a relatively safe operation.
I don't know whether it reduced taxes, because I don't even know whether she really existed. But I ride horses, and it must have itched terribly.
I think it would have been a lot more effective if she had worn her hair up.
Mike, you have won our game. Jerry and Pat, you played brilliantly in our game. You just weren't in there fast enough. And I want to thank you very much for playing Everybody's Talking. We have a gift for each of you, Jerry and Pat. And Wink, what is that gift? Hope you enjoy your gift. All right, Mike, you have won 131 points. Now, that means you have won $131. And we're going to give you a chance to add even more money to that in your bonus round. We're going to have that bonus round right after this message. All right, welcome back to Everybody's Talking. Mike, you have won $131. Now, that is your money. Nobody can take that away. But we're going to give you a chance now to win even more money by playing your bonus round. Now, the bonus round is played just like every other round, except on this one, you play it all by yourself. As soon as you think you can identify what everybody's talking about, push the button. That will freeze the score, and whatever it is, if you have the correct answer, we will give you double that amount. Now, it is the bonus round that we show the folks in our studio audience and the people at home who we're going to be talking about. All right, Mike. They know and I know, but you don't know. Let's see what they're talking about on your bonus film as we go to Bel Air.
I think it's a very good thing, but it needs re-examination.
I do think it's habit form.
I think it produces a lot of bumps because of certain situations.
People who get it really don't deserve my respect.
I think it's definitely too easy to get.
Oh, I think it's a needed thing in some cases, but I think a lot of people take advantage of it.
My wife got it when she was pregnant.
I think people who get it continually should be closely investigated.
Oh, I get it once a week at least.
I know some people who work under another name in order to use it.
I wouldn't feel degraded if I had to use it. I've been paying in on it in my taxes and everything.
All right, the film has stopped at 36. Will you write down your answer, Mike? Because now we have $72 riding on this bonus. Well, you don't have to spell it right.
No.
What do you want to write there? Don't say what it is. You write it down. All right. Now, he's written it down. There's a lot of money riding on this for you. Let's go back to our film and see what they are talking about.
So, why not?
I do believe it causes a lot of unemployment.
I think it should be abolished because I'd like to see everybody working.
I have never gotten it because the hassle of going down there and going through everything is depressing.
When I've gone there to get mine, I've seen a lot of movie stars there.
I know people that have rushed in from Palm Springs to get it.
All right. Mike, for your bonus, what did you write down here?
I wrote down unemployment insurance.
Unemployment insurance is right. You're the winner of your bonus. That means that you now have $203, and you automatically go into the next round against 2 new players and a chance to win even more money. We're going to meet those 2 new players right now. Wink.
Lloyd, say hello to Bob Rothstein from Granada Hills, California, and Bonnie Ader from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Welcome to our show, Bob and Bonnie. I want you to meet our first champion on Everybody's Talking, Mike Ellis. Say hello to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Bonnie Ader. Do I pronounce that right, Bonnie?
That's right.
From Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Gee, now that you're living in Southern California, is it kind of good to get away from the cold weather back
Oh,
there?
yes. It's pretty cold and snowy there, but I just got a letter from my mother this morning, and she said it's not as bad as Chicago.
Bob, are you married?
I am indeed.
How many children do you have, Bob?
Oh, I have 7 children from ages 5 through 17.
Well, you know, it's always nice on a game show where we offer cash prizes to have somebody on that we know really needs the money. But, you know, we're going to play our game, Everybody's Talking. We have a champion who's already won $203 on our show. But, Bob and Bonnie, you could be in there. However, we're going to have to play that game first thing tomorrow. So we'll see all 3 of you tomorrow on Everybody's Talking. And we want to be sure and see all of you folks out there tomorrow, and Everybody's Talking, too. This is Lloyd Thaxton saying keep watching, but whatever you do, keep listening, because everybody's talking.
Be sure to join us at the same time tomorrow for more views and clues. And keep watching and listening, because everybody's talking.
If you like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more. And check out my Facebook page for other exciting content.